Hey, look, super simple, nothing to like over talk. You know, listen, you just get your rice, you can get your veggies, and listen, it's an excellent meal, you know, for like if you have some leftovers inside of your refrigerator, you can just like throw that in. I just wanted to show you guys just how easy it is. You know what, bring it to the forefront of our brain, you know what I mean, so we can start putting this in a rotation also. Now, with all that being said, let's go ahead and break into these ingredients and let's get it cracking. Okay, look, let's just go ahead and break right into these ingredients. Look, I'm gonna show it to you like this. Look, I got two types of soy sauce. Look, they're the exact same, but this one right here is the regular, and this right here is less, you know, 33% less, you know, sodium. It's up to you. So that's what I use right here. I got myself a 1/4 cup. Just want to show you guys got options for those of you guys that are like looking out, you know, for your sodium. You know, you can use less or regular. Here, we got sesame oil, sesame seed oil, and this right here is your oyster sauce, right? We got 3 eggs. And this right here, we're gonna use about, I guess about like 3 tablespoons of butter. We got 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And this is a little bit over, you know, a little bit over 2 cups, but this right here is like the frozen veggies. I like to have, you know, the peas, the carrots, the corn. You can use these, or if you don't have them frozen, if you got some leftovers, you can use those also. And this right here, this is just some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And what I'm doing right here is I'm just gonna cut these down. You know, I'm gonna trim them up, get rid of some of that fat. You know, once I get them trimmed, then we're gonna cut them, we're gonna fry these, and we're gonna get those together. Now, you're gonna have to get yourself a bowl, right? Because look, when you fry them, you wanna put them in here and set them to the side. And here you go. We got salt and pepper. And what you see right now is basically it. Now, just to bring the star into the picture, look, this is just some long grain rice. And look, I made this yesterday. Listen, it's best to use rice from the day before. Put it in the refrigerator and you want it to be cool, right? So look, it dries out. Now, the question you guys are gonna ask, like, can you put these, you know, can you use like, you know, instant? You can use instant if that's what you wanna do, but I would just suggest let it dry out a little bit and put it in the refrigerator and get it chilled and then go from there. Now, you guys seen that? Let's just go ahead, cut this down, you know, to whatever size bites I would like. Then we're gonna fry it, and then we're gonna go ahead and put this together. Okay, look, these are my boneless, skinless thighs, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim them. Oh, and I don't know if I said this already, but this is just like 1.5 pounds. You know what I mean? So look, this right here, we're gonna get rid of this. You know, any of this little fat, you know, just to trim it up, get it to look good. You know what I mean? Less, you know, fat that we'll have inside of our dish, you know? So let me trim these, and you can just, I'll show it to you once I'm done, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I've already started trimming it. I just want to show you how I'm gonna make mine and cut them down to my size bites, right? So we'll just cut them like that. Now look, this part right here is entirely up to you. You can have some big, some small, you know what I mean? Whatever size chicken bites you would like to have, you do them yourself. I got them all different sizes. You know, so that's a nice big piece. You know, so we take these. Then I'll show you here. Here we go. Now we got these ready. Now let me go ahead and bring my pan up to temp and we finna move on. Okay, so I'm bringing my pan up to temp. Go ahead and just put a little bit of this extra virgin olive oil in. Go ahead, I'm just gonna dump this in here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cook down these, you know, these chicken bites. Now me, I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Then I'm gonna add a little soy sauce in just a minute. But right now, we're just gonna cook them down. I got it right now set on medium high, and we're just gonna get some color, get it cooked, then we're gonna go from there. Okay, so this is cooking, it's about halfway done. I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm using regular soy sauce right here. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this in there. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna continue to cook it so it can have some of that flavor built inside, you know, cooked inside. Don't forget I'm using an induction top, right? So the heating element is right here in the middle. So I don't want to keep it moving. I'm just gonna pack it down like this. Get a nice little circle, and we're gonna let it cook. Okay, and now that it's done, you know, cooking, turn everything off, what I did was wash my bowl. Just go ahead and line it with some paper towels, you know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it, let it drip, and then we're just gonna put it here, and then we're gonna set it off to the side. That's all. If you guys wanna do steak, you can do it the same way. If you have some leftover steak, you know what I mean, or you got some shrimp, all that comes into play right here. So let me get this in here, and then we're gonna move over to the next step. Okay, so here we go. You see these? Now we're getting ready to go over to the stove, and we're getting ready to put all of this together. Now, I want to show you the one thing that I didn't show is I had the green onions. I had these, you know, inside of my refrigerator, but I've already cut them down. You know what I mean? This is them right there. I just cut down like 5 of them. They're about this size right here. I cut them all the way down, just all the way down to the, you know, where I clean them up, you know, from the roots. Now we're going over to the stove, and this is gonna go very, very fast. Okay, so went ahead, opened up. Let's see, can you guys see that? Went ahead, cracked my eggs. Let's go ahead and just, you know, lightly scramble them. Okay, so I just set my heat, my fire, so you guys can see it. That right there, it says medium, but that's like an in between medium and high on my stove, right? We're putting some heat in here. I'm gonna go ahead and just take 1 tablespoon of the butter, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our egg first. Then we're gonna keep it from burning. Just give it a little bit of oil. Just move this around. Just get everything nice and hot, nice and greased also. Now what I wanna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and just add, you know, my egg. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the egg set first, right? So we just gonna let it cook. You know, instead of just like moving it around like we do sometimes when we scramble, best to just go ahead and let it set this way. Once you see it starts to set, then we go ahead and get our wooden spoon, and then we start moving it around. But we just gonna let it set like that first. Now, we start to see these bubbles, right? When you start seeing these, you can break that open. You can go ahead and just let some of the rest of the scrambled egg just get down to the bottom. I just move it like this. This is like the key. Sometimes I see people make scrambled eggs, they don't come out right. But look, just notice how I didn't even bother them. I go ahead and let them set first. You know, get a nice base where it's starting to fry. Let that get a little hard, you know what I mean? And then after a while, then you're gonna see, you'll notice that I'm gonna start breaking it up. Then we're gonna scramble it. All right, so I like this. Now I'll just go ahead and start breaking it up, just like how you see right here. And I'm not gonna cook it all the way down. I like it to be just a little soft, because listen, we're gonna put it back inside of our in our rice, right? So once we get it all broken up, move it around a little bit, just like you see here. And that's basically it. I didn't add no salt, no pepper, none of that. Listen, we just want it like this because we want to absorb some of that flavor that we finna put together, right? So, like this. Now we just go ahead. And there you go. We set that off to the side. We're gonna clean this up, wipe this clean, and then we move on. Okay, look, took a paper towel, wiped it, right? I'm gonna go ahead, give it a little olive oil. Now we're gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of butter here. Now I'm starting out on a medium. And man, it's hard for me to say it. I just rather show you guys right now. That's it right there. It's almost like a medium high, right? So I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna go ahead and just add my veggies. Now look, these were frozen. So what I'm gonna tell you is it's gonna lower the temp of your wok. And let me just address this part too. You can use whatever you would like to use, you know? You can put these in, you don't have to use a wok, but these are like super inexpensive. I think I only paid like 20 bucks for it. So I'm turning up the heat just a little bit more, working my way up towards, you know, high, trying to get everything back up to temp. Because again, these were frozen. Now that I see those are cooking and getting soft, now we're gonna add our garlic. Here it is right here. And we just want to keep it going. I mean, we don't want it to burn, right? Because we got a little heat underneath this wok. But once you start to smell it and it becomes fragrant, you know, with that garlic, that right there, that's that fire, folks. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take some of that green onion that I, had. I'm just gonna add a little bit of that to it. I held some back because I'm gonna try to do it, I like to do a little garnish. So we're gonna cook that down. Now listen, that onion, along with that garlic and these peas right here. Ooh wee. Super simple, you guys. So listen, anytime you got, like I said earlier, anytime you got any leftovers, just make yourself some rice. Just keep rice on deck. You know what I mean? It's inexpensive, just have it. You know what I mean? Have a little foresight so you can make it the day before and go from there. Now, it smells incredible. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna put our eggs back inside, right? So, we'll just dump those back inside. Start working these back and forth, right? Let this absorb some of that flavor. And don't forget, you guys, I didn't do no seasoning or nothing like that. Right now, it's taking on that garlic and that onion and these peas, you know, these mixed peas right here, and that butter. What about this? Don't forget, we got that protein. So now we're gonna go ahead and add the protein to it. Now, we finna come with that sesame seed oil. Sesame seed, here we go. And I'm using this little spatula right here because we want to get it all. Don't forget, you guys, this stuff goes a long way. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some of my rice. Put a couple of cups inside. Now that's just 2 cups. There we go, now it's starting to steam. You guys are starting to see it come together the way it is right here. Then I'm gonna make a decision. Do I want to add another cup, another half cup, quarter cup, whatever that is? But we're gonna make it real quick because we got to put that oyster sauce in here, right? I'm looking at it right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just say we're gonna hit it with about another half a cup. There we go. Got this going. Now, that oyster. And once I have that in there, then we're gonna finish it off with that soy. Get my soy. Now we start out with just a little bit. Now you guys can taste it once we get everything, you know, stirred up and mixed properly. And then after we get it mixed properly, then we're gonna go ahead and taste it. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get me a little fork and we finna taste this, because right now it smells incredible. Only thing, you know what, I wish I had some small. I did have some large, I mean, rather extra large, you know, shrimp, but that could have been added to this. You could have did steak, made it a house special rice, you know what I mean? But this right here, let's taste it. So, there you have it, you guys. Super easy. You're talking about from start to finish, man, this probably only takes about 20 minutes.